There were 330 students at the state championship this year from 59 schools from around the state. Cleveland had one of the larger entries, as we usually do. We had 23 students covering 25 entries. And in order to get to the state championship, the kids have to make it out of their district. And we have a brutally tough district. To prepare for the state championship, they get out of districts first, and we had about 2.5 weeks to do anything different. We have to use the same performance at the districts. So they were polishing their performances. The stand-up comedy kids were working on bigger laughs. The acting kids were working on being more committed to character. The debate kids were reviewing their cases, trying to find new arguments that teams wouldn't be ready for. So practicing, rehearsing in front of new audiences. They were performing for classes as well to get an unfamiliar audience, not speech kids who would know what they were supposed to be doing. Yeah. We have done very well at Cleveland. Like I said, the first year we were 58th, the second year we were 9th, the third year we were 3rd, and then the year after that we were the state champions, and we were the state champions for the next 5 years. So we've won 7 of the 10 state titles in the last decade. That's unheard of. So we are now the winningest program in the history of the state of Oregon, and the program's only 11 years old. So what the work the kids have done has just been phenomenal. So this is the first place trophy, and the second, third, fourth, and fifth get trophies as well. But we were smaller this year. We didn't go to as many tournaments. They were still all online. I didn't know how the kids were going to do in person, and I was really concerned about that. And we had a very small senior group this year. That really concerned me. When I got to the state championship, I learned that was the same story that all the other teams were experiencing. The numbers were down, the seniors were down. It was hard for kids to get excited about it this year. So we all kind of went into it a little wounded and injured, all the teams. It's just that we were just healthier than everybody else. And I gotta say, my kids went out and grabbed it. I mean, how do you look at Simone Guite, who has never done student congress in her entire life, and in her very first tournament becomes the state champion. So that's a very Cleveland story. Kids who are very talented, they learn, they work hard, and they go out and grab it. The thing that makes our team different, and this goes with the advice I gave to them, is sort of at the core of our team, we believe in a couple of things. We actually don't care about the trophies, and I know that's kind of silly, but we don't. We care about what's happening in the room. Is the judge having a good experience? Is my opponent having a good experience? Is my partner having a good experience? Those are the first priority, and then the last one is, am I having a good experience? This is my 36th year of coaching, and I'm going to be retiring here in a couple of years, so I'm looking for that transition of who's going to take on this program. So we're looking for a new head coach, where I can maybe be the assistant coach and help them along. And you see that at Cleveland as success stories. So I think being naturally curious and just being a very a giving opponent, I think are the two things I hope they carry away. One of the reasons we're so successful is that we're the only three-season sport. So we go fall, winter, and spring. And because of that, we allow open enrollment. So anybody can come in at what level is appropriate for them and debate or speak against kids from around the state who are also in the same position. Currently we have 176 students on this campus who have competed in at least 2 speech tournaments. So I would love to say that number is 1,642. I'm hearing a lot of it. I got, again, a kid from Willamette University. He actually went there to play soccer, but he emailed me and said, Gonzo, thank you for Claymore and Impact. It has saved him on all these in-class essays and these timed writings, and because he's just so used to using that. I got a text from I'll call him my friend now, he's 25, but a dear student that I had who was a 2-time state champion. He is now the head of Boys and Girls Clubs, all things finance. And now he's at the top, and it's because of speech debate. It's because he can explain quickly, he can package things for people to understand, he can listen, and he credited that. So I get stories like that all the time. People come back and say, yeah, other people were really nervous about the interview part, and I wanted to see if I could do 2 interviews. I mean, speech kids welcome that. They welcome that engagement. And so those are kind of the things I've seen from them. It's a very usable skill, and it's something that is valued in the world. And so people who have that have a bit of a superpower, which is great. Yeah. I know that young people have power, But I haven't worked in a school where students had so much power. So people who are genuinely interested in making change in the world, and their heart's attached to it, their brain's attached to it. This is the first school where I see where kids are seeing something that's passionate and they're linking it to being reality. It isn't just something I studied in global study or a speech I had to give in speech class. They're going to that next level, really care about being a part of the solution here. Even if it's messy and unusual and mysterious, they want to be a part of it. And so that's really inspiring, because if I can give them a few more speech and debate tools to make them even more powerful when they go to make that change, convince that voter or turn that person, then that's great. So.